9 experienced hikers ran out of their tent in the middle of the night, into deadly freezing temperatures. Some were barefoot, none of them survived. What could scare trained hikers so badly that they would leave safety behind? This is the mystery of Dyatlov Pass. In the winter of 1959, a group of 9 young hikers began an expedition through the snowy Ural Mountains in Russia. They were strong, experienced, and well prepared for harsh winter travel. Their leader was a 23-year-old student named Igor Dyatlov. The journey was supposed to be challenging but exciting. The group planned to ski across the mountains and return home in a few weeks. At the start, everything seemed normal. They laughed, took photographs, and wrote in their travel journals. The pictures later found from their cameras show smiling faces and peaceful, snowy landscapes. Nothing looked dangerous. Nothing suggested the terrible mystery that was about to unfold. On February 1st, the group reached the slope of a remote mountain called Kolatshiakal. The name means dead mountain. That night, they set up their tent on the snowy hillside. They ate dinner and prepared to sleep. But sometime during the night, something happened. Something powerful enough to make all 9 hikers panic. Later, rescuers discovered something shocking. The tent had been cut open from the inside. Not unzipped. Cut open. It looked like the hikers had escaped in a hurry. Even stranger, their warm clothes and boots were still inside the tent, yet the hikers had run out into the freezing night without them. Search teams followed footprints leading away from the tent. The tracks went down the slope toward a nearby forest. Some footprints showed bare feet. Others showed only socks. The temperature that night was around minus 30 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, a person can freeze to death quickly. About 1 kilometer away, under a large tree, the first 2 bodies were discovered. The hikers had tried to make a small fire, but it wasn't enough to save them from the cold. More bodies were found in the snow between the tree and the tent. It looked like some hikers had tried to return to their shelter, but they collapsed before reaching it. Months later, the final 4 bodies were discovered under deep snow in a nearby ravine, and their injuries made the mystery even stranger. One hiker had a fractured skull. Another had crushed ribs. These injuries were extremely severe, similar to the force of a car crash. But strangely, there were almost no external wounds. One victim was even missing her tongue. Investigators were shocked. What could cause such powerful injuries in the middle of a snowy wilderness? Many theories have tried to explain the tragedy. Some believe an avalanche scared the hikers and forced them to escape the tent. Others think secret military tests might have happened nearby. Some witnesses even reported strange glowing lights in the sky around that time. But none of these explanations perfectly answers every question. The official investigation closed the case with a mysterious statement. It said the hikers died because of an unknown compelling force. Today, the location is known as Dyatlov Pass, named after the group's leader, Igor Dyatlov. More than 60 years later, the story still fascinates people around the world. 9 skilled hikers entered the mountains together, but something happened that night that made them flee into the deadly cold. Something powerful, something terrifying, and maybe something we still don't understand. So what really happened on that freezing night at the Dyatlov Pass incident? Was it a natural disaster, a secret experiment, or something far stranger?